ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਤਖਤ ਬੈਠਾ ਅਰਜਨ ਗੁਰੂ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਕਾ ਖਿਵੈ ਚੰਦੋਆ। ਉਗਵਨ ਹੋ ਤੈ ਆਥਵਨ ਹੋ, ਚਹੁ ਚੱਕੀ ਕੀਨ ਲੋਆ। ਜਿਨੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾ ਸੇਵਿਓ, ਮਨ ਮੁਖਾ ਪਿਆ ਮੋਆ। ਦੂਣੀ ਚੌਣੀ ਕਰਾਮਾਤ, ਸੱਚੇ ਕਾ ਸੱਚਾ ਢੋਆ। ਚਾਰੇ ਜਾਗੇ ਚਹੁ ਜੁਗੀ, ਪੰਚਾਇਨ ਆਪੇ ਹੋਆ। ਜਬ ਲਉ ਨਹੀਂ ਭਾਗ ਦਿਲਾਰ ਉਦੈ, ਤਬ ਲੋ ਭ੍ਰਮ ਤੇ ਫਿਰਤੇ ਬਹੁਤਾਇਓ। ਕਲ ਘੋਰ ਸਮੁਦਰ ਮੈਂ ਬੂਢਤ ਥੇ, ਕਬਹੂ ਮਿਟ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੇ ਪਛਤਾਇਓ। ਤਤ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਯਹ ਮਥੁਰਾ, ਜਗ ਤਾਰਨ ਕਉ ਅਵਤਾਰ ਬਨਾਇਓ। ਜਪਿਓ ਜਿਨ ਅਰਜੁਨ ਦੇਵ ਗੁਰੂ, ਫਿਰ ਸੰਕਟ ਜੋਨ ਗਰਭ ਨ ਆਇਓ। ਗਿਆਨ ਅੰਜਨ ਗੁਰ ਦੀਆ, ਅਗਿਆਨ ਅੰਧੇਰ ਬਿਨਾਸ। ਹਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੇ ਸੰਤ ਭੇਟਿਆ, ਨਾਨਕ ਮਨ ਪਰਗਾਸ। ਡੰਡਾਉਤ ਬੰਧਨ ਅਨਕ ਬਾਰ, ਸਰਬ ਕਲਾ ਸਮਰੱਥ। ਡੋਲਨ ਤੇ ਰਾਖੋ ਪ੍ਰਭੂ, ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇ ਕਰ ਹੱਥ। ਸੋ ਕਹੋ ਟਲ ਗੁਰ ਸੇਵੀਐ, ਅਹਨਿਸ ਸਹਿਜ ਸੁਭਾਏ। ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਪਰਸਿਐ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੈ, ਜਨਮ ਮਰਨ ਦੁਖ ਜਾਏ। ਹੋਵੈ ਸਿਫਤ ਕਸਮ ਦੀ, ਨੂਰ ਅਰਸੋਹ ਕੁਰਸੋਹ ਝਾਟੀਐ। ਤੁਧ ਡਿਠੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ, ਮਲ ਜਨਮ ਜਨਮ ਦੀ ਕੱਟੀਐ। ਜੀਅ ਜੰਤ ਸਭ ਸਰਨ ਤੁਮਾਰੀ, ਸਰਬ ਚਿੰਤ ਤੁਧ ਪਾਸੇ। ਜੋ ਤੁਧ ਭਾਵੈ ਸੋਈ ਚੰਗਾ, ਇਕ ਨਾਨਕ ਕੀ ਅਰਦਾਸੇ। ਜੋ ਤੁਧ ਭਾਵੈ ਸੋਈ ਚੰਗਾ, ਇਕ ਨਾਨਕ ਕੀ ਅਰਦਾਸੇ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਸਲੋਕ। ਬਸੰਤ ਸਵਰਗ ਲੋਕ ਹੈ, ਜਿਤ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਿਥਵੀ ਨਵ ਖੰਡਨ ਹੈ। ਬਿਸਰੰਤ ਹਰ ਗੋਪਾਲ ਹੈ, ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਨੀ ਉਦਿਆਨ ਭਰਮਨ ਹੈ। ਬਸੰਤ ਸਵਰਗ ਲੋਕ ਹੈ, ਜਿਤ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਿਥਵੀ ਨਵ ਖੰਡਨ ਹੈ। ਬਿਸਰੰਤ ਹਰ ਗੋਪਾਲ ਹੈ, ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਨੀ ਉਦਿਆਨ ਭਰਮਨ ਹੈ। ਕੌਤਕ ਕੋਟ ਤਮਾਸਿਆ, ਚਿਤ ਨ ਆਵਸ ਨਾਉ। ਨਾਨਕ ਕੋੜੀ ਨਰਕ ਬਰਾਬਰੇ, ਉਜੜ ਸੋਈ ਠਾਉ। ਬਸੰਤ ਸਵਰਗ ਲੋਕ, ਜਿਤ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਿਥਵੀ ਨਵ ਖੰਡਨ ਹੈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀਓ। ਪਤਿਤ ਭਾਵਨ ਭਗਤ ਵਛਾਲ, ਦੀਨ ਦਇਆਲ ਦੁਨ ਦੇ ਮਾਲਕ। ਜਿਸ ਦੀ ਪਾਵਨ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁੜ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੈਠੇ ਹਨ, ਗੁਰੂ ਰੂਪ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ। We are very blessed to sit in the court of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji, who is not only the king of this world but the king of all worlds. This lok ਅਤੇ ਪਰਲੋਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, in this world and the next world, any type of world, our Guru is the one who is everywhere. They're all pervading in all places. I mean, blessed to sit in their court today, whether that's a sangat sitting here in Marji's Hazuri in their court, Ja Jiri Sangat, those Sangat are those people blessed to sit at home and listen to this Katha of Tan Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, Panjve Paatshah Ji, Shahida De Sartaj, the master of Shahidi, the king, the master of sacrifice, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, whose Katha of Jaitsri ki Vaar we've been going through for the past 4 days, and now we're on the 5th day. So Guru Sahib Ji's Beyond Kripa, given us so many blessings to go through this Katha. So Satguru Ji Maharaj Ji Samat Bhaksham bless us with that ability to try to understand just even a drop of this ocean of Guru Maharaj Ji's Bani. Just a quick recap from the Katha that we did previously in the last Katha yesterday. We talked about two main things. The first thing we talked about was Charna Kamala Birahang. We talk about those people who have love for Guru Sahib Ji's charan and they reach this avastha, this spiritual stage of Vairag, this longing for Guruji, this detachment from the world, this emotion that somebody may go through. It's a very powerful emotion to go through. The Guru Sahib Ji talked about those Guru Sikhs like Bhai Hemaji, Basta Tuti Chumpari, Jeer Sab Chinna. That one who had no clothes, their clothes were ripped, not many clothes anyway, and they lived in a broken down shack. How Bhai Hemaji at that time served Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj and those 5 Guru Sikhs that with Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, and at their last moment they absorbed themselves into Guru Sahib Ji Charan, into the beautiful feet of Guru Arjan Dev Ji, and they left their body. We then continued the Katha and went from talking about these to those people who become asleep in the world. Guru Sahib Ji says, Supane habarangamanya mitha lagra moho. Supane habarangamanya. Say in that supan avastha, in that stage of being asleep, Supane habarangamanya, that person who is asleep, mitha lagra moho, they sleep to this to the truth, mitha lagra moho, and they find this attachment to the world very sweet. But like we said yesterday, things may be sweet, but they don't last for long. And we gave the example of the Hubba Bubba, of the chewing gum. But it's like many sweets that we have. They may be sweet for a little while, but afterwards they're not sweet anymore. Most of the times they cause us many problems. Look in today's world, look at our own pant, a lot of our bazurg, a lot of our elders, diabetes, right? Type 2 diabetes is a big issue right now. But Guru Sahib Ji is saying that we need to wake up. That was the parakaran of this Katha, the theme of this whole Katha, was waking up to our actions and what are we doing with our lives. So Maharaji Fu Jaitsri ki Vaar, Katha of this Bani is usually done, the discourse of this prayer of Sri Jaitsri ki Vaar is usually done when somebody passes away. It can be done anyway because it's trying to invoke that sense of Vairag, that detachment from the world, and to attach us to the truth, to Guru Sahib Ji's Charan, Charana Carmella Bidahang. So in today's Katha, we're going to be going through what Guru Sahib Ji says about somebody who may have so much power, so much Raj. Guru Sahib Ji give us so much Sikh today. So before we go through all of these teachings that Guru Sahib Ji gives to us, let's please focus our minds. So man ate chit, our mind and our consciousness, let's bring them into the charan of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji. So Sari Sangat Akho, Satnam, Sri Vaheguru Sahib Ji Salok. बसंत स्वर्ग लोक है जितते पृथ्वी नवखंडन है. So Guru Arjan Dev Ji starts off this slok in Jaitsri ki Vaar by saying to us, Basant Swarag Lokeh hai. So what does Swarag mean here? Swarag means heaven. Lokeh means many types of heavens. So in certain mats, in certain types of practices, they believe that there's 7 heavens and 7 hells. In Sikhi we say there's many. There's limitless amounts of heaven and hells, right? So Maharaji is saying to us that if somebody is to reside in Swarag, in these heavens, and now someone may say to us, but we believe in reincarnation. Yes, we do believe in reincarnation, but it goes much beyond reincarnation, right? There's so many levels to this. It's not just the 84 lakh June, the 8.4 million life forms. People can go to hell still, right? And we'll go through today how Guru Sahib Ji talks about Narak as well. But we don't believe in 7 hells, 18 hells. Maharaji says that there's so many. Even when it comes to heavens, there's things the places known as Brahmpuri, Indrapuri. These are seen as places of heaven as well. The place where Brahma resides, he has his own type of city, right, where he resides. But Maharaji is saying to go beyond these things. So when you hear the Shabbat, Raj na chaho, Mukt na chaho, Man Preet Charan Kamalare, as soon as we hear this, we think, I don't want Raj, which is true, we don't want Raj. Raj na chaho, Mukt na chaho, and then we say, I don't want Mukti. Mana Preet Charan Kamlari, Guru Sahib Ji, I just want to love your feet. Fair enough, that's a beautiful thing to say. But if we look at the actual whole theme of the Bani, Maharaji continues and talk about Brahma. They talk about Shivji. And they're basically saying in this Shabbat, this is why we have to read the whole Shabbat, that Brahma, I don't want your Raj. I don't want to go to your heaven and have so many, live like a king. Raj na chaho, Mukt na chaho. I don't want to have Mukti and go to your Puri, go to your land. All I want to do is love Guru Sahib Ji's Charan, Mana Preeta Charan Kamlare. This is why it's important to read the whole Shabbat. And there's different forms of Mukti as well. We won't go for them all, but some examples. There's something as Sarup Mukti, Sayuj Mukti, Samip Mukti, and Salok Mukti. These are the 4 types of Mukti that people talk about. The Salok is when you go to that Lok. You reach Brahmpuri, for example. Samip and Sayuj, you're getting closer and closer. And then the last one, Sarup Mukti, is when you become that form of that person themselves. So you could become Brahma. But for Sikh, of course, we follow Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji. This is Vichar from Sanatan Mat as well, from the Hindu Mat, right? Which is important to learn. But putting that to one side anyway, there's a 5th type of Mukti known as Keval Mukti, which is what a Guru Sikh is interested in. So if anyone who's thinking, why are you talking about these types of Mukti, it's just for our own information. But the Mukti that a Guru Sikh is searching for is Keval Mukti, which is known as a Supreme Mukti, which is when we become one with Vaiguruji. So Maharaji is saying that person who Basant Swarag Lokeh hai, that person who resides in the heavens, but not just that, Jitate he means the one who conquers the heavens. So they conquer the heavens, and if you read the stories of when certain Raksh, their demons, would conquer the heavens, like Ravan, for example. Rama, Sita, Ravan, the one with the 10 heads. Jitate Prithvi Navakhandana hai. Prithvi means Tarti, that they conquer the earth. Navakhandana hai, we talked about no Khand, the 9 continents of this world. Somebody who has so much power that they conquer all these planets, and they have so much Raj and so much pleasure. Guru Sahib is talking about that person, and they say Bisaranta Har Gopal hai. However, if they forget Vaiguruji, if they forget that one, Bisarant means to forget, and Har is referring to Vaiguruji, Gopal hai. Gopal. Go means this world. Prithvi again, the same meaning. Go and Prithvi. Go literally equals Prithvi. Prithvi equals Tarti. Tarti equals land, earth. Pal hai. Pal means palna, to take care of. But if they forget that one who takes care of everyone, meaning Vaiguruji, Guru Sahib Ji says that person, Nanak, Te Prani, that person, Udyan Paramana hai. Udyan Paramana hai means that person is just wandering around in barren land. They're just wandering around in the jungle. There's nothing special about that person. Je Jugachare Arja, Hor da Suni Hoye, Nava Khanda Vich Janiye, Nal Challe Sab Koe. If somebody is known for the 4 jugs, Je Jug Chare Arja, Hor da Suni Hoye, times by 40. Maharaji is talking through this Shabbat about somebody who could be so famous, but if they don't remember God's name, Ta Vat na Pucheke, no one's going to ask about them when they leave their body. They're just forgotten like all the other kings that have come in this world and have gone. So Maharaji is saying that if we forget Vaiguruji, that one who forgets God, it doesn't matter how much Raj they have, how much power they have, it means nothing. Kautaka Kod Tamasya, Chitna Avasana. Kautaka Kod. Kautak hai, maaf Guruji. Kautak hai means miracles. Kod means crore. Millions, 10 million. Tamasya. Tamashe. Plays. Guru Sahib is saying that somebody can have all of these things. Right? They could be watching physical plays. Their whole life could be a great drama. It could be a great miracle. They could have so much. But that's all this life is. And we have to realize that it's just a big play. Guru Gobind Singh Ji says to us, Meho Parama Purkh Ko Dasa, that I am the servant of that Supreme Vaiguruji. Dekhan Ayo Jagd Tamasa, and I've come to see the tamasha of this world. I've come to see the play of this world. But Maharaji says to us, Chitna Avasanao, that if that person does not forget, if that person forgets Vaiguruji, they can have all these miracles, all this great stuff in their life, all these pleasures. But Chitna Avasana, if in their chit, if in their consciousness, they don't remember Vaiguruji, Guru Sahib Ji says to us, Nanak. Guru Nanak Dev Ji in the 5th form, Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji says to us, Kori Narka Barabare, Ujjara Soi Thao. Kori is referring to Kori Darog, which is a type of disease known as leprosy in English. A very powerful and painful disease. Narka Barabare. So Narke means hell. Barabare means equal. What is Guru Sahib Ji saying here? They say that person's life is equal to hell. So sometimes you may hear this, that people say that earth is like hell. And yes, we can find this. And one example of this is they would call Korida Rog, this disease, a form of hell. Because it actually feels like hell. Because that person is actually burning. They're burning so much, and somebody who has Korida Rog, this type of disease of leprosy, nobody goes near them. So that is like hell, right? because nobody is there to support us. We have no companions. Everyone runs away from us. If they see us, they give us dirty looks. It comes in our itahas. When Guru Sahib Ji goes to the Shabbat of somebody, I can't remember the whole Shabbat now, but the last line, Jeko Dube Phir Hove Sar, is from that Shabbat. But anyway, Guru Sahib Ji is saying that that person's life is like hell and they're burning. They'll be burning so much physically and inside as well. Ujjada soi thao, and wherever they reside, that thao wherever they reside is ujjad. It's barren. It's a horrible place. That nobody wants to be around that person who forgets Guruji. Now again, we said that this can sound quite stern, the bachan that Guru Sahib is given to us, but Je Guru Chirketa Meetha Lage. We have to understand that our Guru is only saying this to us for our pala, for our good, so we don't regret it. That's the worst thing, right? To regret things in our life. When we realize we were told something, obviously it's not nice when someone says, I told you so, but hopefully I don't do that. But Maharaji keeps on telling us that, look, we need to realize that we have to remember Guruji. This is the whole purpose of being here, to wake up. And just to support that, and then move on to the next Pauri, Guru Gobind Singh Ji talks to us about this every single day in the morning. In Twai Parasal Savaiye, they say to us, Jeet Phire, Sab Desa Desan ko, Bajda Tol Mardanga Nagare. They say, Jeet Phire. You can have Jeet, you can have Jit, you can conquer the whole world. Jeet Phire, Sab Desa Desan ko, every desh, every land, every country. Wherever you go, Phire, wherever you go, you conquer everyone. Bajda Tol Mardanga Nagare. We all know what a tol is, right? Because if we're Punjabi, then we've been to weddings and we've seen the tol, right? So it's talking here about that king who has many types of drums, the tol, the nagara, different types of, like we have trumpets and these types of instruments that they will blow as well in order to announce that they are coming, their army is here. Or for many other reasons as well, that when the king is going to give a speech. So imagine somebody had so much power, he had victory over everything, this king, and he had war drums, he had people playing different types of drums, different types of instruments that you have to blow into. Maharaji is saying, imagine having all of that. Gunjat Gur Gajan ke Sundara Hinsat hi hai Raj Hajare. And they say Gujan he means Hathiya. Imagine that many elephants as well. Gunjat Gur. And they would roar so loud as well. And they say Hinsat hi hai Raj Hajare. Hinsat means Hinsat hi Raj. Haraj means kore, horses. But not just one or two horses, Hajar. Thousands of horses. And Hinak. Hinsat means Hinak, which means when a horse neighs. I'm sure that's how they say in English. I'm not going to make the sound. So Maharaji's Hazuri. But we all know what a horse sounds like when it does the neigh, right? So Maharaji is saying to us that their horses are so fast, and you can imagine that sound. So they're painting a picture for us. That this Raja has so much Raj, so much power. Putapavekha pavan ke pupata, putapavekha. The past, the future. Putapavekha pavan. That means Vartaman Samay, which in the present moment. Putapavekha pavan ke pupata. Pupat means Raje. That those kings from the past, the future, or the present, kaun gane. Gane means to count. Gin. Ginati. They say kaun gane. No one can count them. Kaun gane nahi jaat bichare. That who can even try to contemplate that? Siripata, Siripagavan paje bina. Without that Siripat, the one who is the master of this world, our Malik, the one who is the king of Maya, the one who controls Maya, who created Maya, this illusion, Siripata Siripagavan Paje Bina, without doing Pajan Bandagi, without remembering Guruji, Antako Antake Tam Sadare. At the end of this life, we're going to have to go to that Tam, that home of Taramaraj. Everyone has to go. It doesn't matter how much you have in this life, Guru Maharaji Kendehan is saying to us, that person has to go. Everyone has to go. And it doesn't matter how much Raj they have in the world. They can't say, look, I was a king of this dish, of this planet. It doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference, because when you go there, everyone who does not jump an arm, they're going to have to face the same consequences. So Maharaji continues, Pauri Mahapayan Udyan Nagara Karamanya. So Guru Maharaji says to us now, Maha means supreme, like Maharaja. Mahapayan. Payan means scary. Udyan, this word comes again, Udyan. Maharaji is speaking about that wilderness, that jungle. Nagara Karamanya. Now, it's very beautiful what Guru Sahib is saying here. They're saying to us that this earth that we live in, Nagar means city. They say that city we live in is so scary. This world that we live in is so scary, but what we've done is that we've seen it as a city. What does that mean? So I'm going to explain that clearly enough. Guru said when we have a city is a place where somebody resides. And that means they're going to live there. And they're going to stay there and say, this is my home. And they become attached to that. The Maharaj says, you don't realize that that is so scary. This nagar that we live in is a very scary thing. To live in a city. Especially thousands of years ago, millions of years ago, people used to live in the jungles and they used to travel from one place to the other. They never used to settle. They never used to be attached to one place. But now you see that people stay settled in one place and that's theirs. That's their jaga, right? That's their land. But Maharaj is saying that Nagar Karamane, we see it as a city. We see it as a place of residence. We say, this is mine. This is my place now. But Maharaj says that this is a very scary thing what we're doing. If we're looking Siri Rera Sahib, Guru Sahib says to us, Tita Sarvara Re, Pailina Vasa, Pani Pavaka Tinhe Kiya. Tita Sarvar. So that means also Sarovar the Vicha. Sarovar can mean like a pond, a lake, Tala. Tita Sarvara, and then Arare Dolava, Arehe means is very scary, bhyanak, like this Mahapayan Udyan. Maharaj is saying that this world is like a scary lake. Tita Sarvara Pailina Navasa. What we've done, we've made a Navasa, we've resided here. Navas means to reside. We've said that we're going to stay here now. Tita Sarvara Pailina Navasa, Pani Pavaka Tinhe Kiya. And they say, but that water is very hot. So Pavak means ag. They say it's very hot water. Panka jo moho. So Pankhe means swamp. So it's not just any water, it's a swamp. And that means it's very difficult to get out of that. If anyone's seen a swamp or been to a swamp, it's not exactly easy to walk through. So Panka jo moho. And they say, what is the swamp in terms of the world, our life? They say it's the attachment. That we get stuck in this world of attachment, that water of attachment. Panka jo moho pag nahi chale. And he said that our feet, pag he means feet, our feet cannot move. So Guru Nanak is saying to us in this Shabbat here, ke panka jo moho pag nahi chale, hum dekha tehe Dube ale. And I've seen many people in this ocean, many people in this world, in this lake, there's like a swamp that they're attached to. This city that they're saying here, Nagar Karamanya, hum dekha means I've seen them, tehe Dube ale, and they've all drowned. They've all drowned in there. They've got stuck in that. And have not been able to get out of that. That is their life. They're so comforted by that. But Maharaj is saying, this is very scary. Mahapayano Dhyan. This is a very scary thing that we're doing. And it's a very scary thing, this city that we're living in. Because you become attached to that. So Guru Sahib says, Hum dekhate hai Dube ale. Why is this so scary for? Why are people drowning for? Because they say in the next line, Mana, oh my mind, Mana ek na chetas. Mood mana. They say, oh you fool, oh you idiot, they're saying to all of us here, Mood mana, oh my foolish mind. They're saying, Man ek na chetas. We've not remembered Vaiguruji. We forgot Vaiguru. In our chet devich, in our consciousness, we forgot Vaiguruji. Har bisrat tere gun galya rahao. That by forgetting you, Vaiguruji, they say, all my gun have been taken away. All that F I put in has gone. And the next part is very scary. Sometimes when I read this, I get so scared reading these next two lines because sometimes that Gurbani is a mirror. When we read Gurbani, it's showing us ourselves. So Guru Sahib says, Naho jati sati nahi pariya. They say, I'm not a jati. I'm not somebody who's controlled my vices. I'm not somebody who's controlled my lust, my eyes, my tongue, my ears. Naho jati sati. I don't live a life of truth. This tongue lies. Naho jati sati nahi pariya. Pariya means I've not read nothing of any use. Meaning that anything that was of use, I didn't read it properly as well. Naho jati sati nahi pariya. Murak mugada. They say I'm the biggest fools of fools. Murak mugada janam paya. This janam that I've been given, I've just spent it like a fool. Imagine realizing that one day. That we're reading Reda Sahib, and we're paying attention, we realize, Naho jati sati nahi pariya. What are we meant to do? What can we do? But Guru Sahib Ji gives us the answer in the next line, in the last pankti from the Shabbat hai, and it says, Pranavat Nanak, Guru Nanak Ji aap benti karde han. Ja, when we're reading this, we are doing that benti, because we're the ones reading Gurbani. Pranavat Nanak, tin ki sarna. This is the key thing. Tin ki sarna means their sharan, their sangat. Whose sangat? The sangat of those people, jintu nahi visarya, those ones who don't forget you, Bhai Guruji. Those ones who don't forget you, give me their sangat. Then hopefully I'll start to remember you more often. So that is the first arth, that this nagar is the world. But the second arth we can do, the second translation, is this Sarir Rupi Nagar. This body is that city as well. We've become so settled in this body that this is my body, I'm going to have it for 80 or 100 years. I know we've become so comfortable, but in this body, we're drowning in this body of our thoughts. We are asleep, supana manoratha, like we said yesterday, right? Bina santokha nahi ko raje supana manoratha brithe sabakaje. We are asleep in our own thoughts and we're drowning in them. We're so attached to them and we can't get out of them. So it's not just the physical world, it's the world of this the world inside us. It's everything that is inside us. So Maharaji is saying the same thing. Okay, do sangat of those Guru Sikhs, jintu nahi visriya, the Guru Sahib Ji Kirpa Karan, may Guru Sahib Ji do Kirpa, give their blessings, that we won't forget them as well. We won't forget Bhai Guruji. So if we continue now in this body, Maharaji then says to us afterwards, Chutha samagri pekha sach kar janya. That person looks at all this stuff. Samagri literally means stuff. Pek, dekhna, to see. Chutha samagri pekha sach kar janya. They look at all this false stuff and they think it's true. But it's not true. This comes up many times in Gurbani when Guru Sahib talks about Har Chandauri. Har Chandauri chart naina nahalyana. Bhai Gurdashi writes in the Shabbat Diwali di Raat Dive Balyana. It comes up in the 5th line, I think. Maharaji says there, Ke Har Chandauri chart naina nahalyan, that we look at this whole world and we see it as an illusion. We see it as an illusion, but it's not real. It's called a mirage. So what does that mean? It's like going into the desert, and when we go into the desert, we look far ahead and we see water, and we start running towards that water. You probably see in the movies, right? Not many of us have gone to a desert. I've not been to a desert, but you can see the water, the lake at the end, and when you go there, there's nothing there, but it's so far ahead. When are you ever going to reach that? There's no water there. It's just the illusion that's being created at that time by the sun and with the sand. So this is just like our life. Jhutha samagri pek, all these things that we see, they may look real. Sach kar janya, we see them as the truth, but when we reach that end point, we realize there was nothing there. Meaning when we reach the end of our lives, when that end comes, you realize there was nothing there. There was nothing in these things. So Guru Sahib is giving us Upadesha on this, and then they say, Kam, Krodh, Ahankar, Fir hai Devanya. There's 2 types of people in this world, and they're both the same, but there's a difference. Both of them are crazy, right? Everyone is crazy in this world. The first type of crazy person is this kind of crazy person, Kam, Krodh, Ahankar, Fir hai Devanya. Those people are crazy who are enraptured in lust. So Kam here means desires, but former desire meaning lust. Kam, Krodh. Krodh means anger. Ahankar, pride, to be so proud of themselves or their possessions, etc. Whenever you see Kam, Krodh, Ahankar, it means all 5. If you see 2 of them, the same thing, even 1, it's a package deal, like we said already. So moho, attachment as well, and lobh, greed. Phir hai Devan, that person travels around and they're completely crazy, and all I would just say for now is they're crazy. That's a crazy person. But that's one type of crazy person. But the other type of crazy person is what they call Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. They call Guru Nanak Dev Ji crazy as well. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji says that, yes, I am crazy, but I'll tell you what kind of crazy I am. So they say to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and this is what Guru Nanak Dev says themselves, when Guru Sahib Ji disappeared for 3 days into Vay Nadi, and they went to Sachkhand and they met Bhai Guruji, and they were given this mission, Ho Tadi Vekar Kare Laya. Maharaji says, what did people used to call me? They say, Koi aakhe putana. Koi means some people would say, Koi aake means to say, putana, they say I was a ghost. They say I was possessed. And they even try to do an exorcism on Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. If you read Sri Guru Nanak Prakash Granth, you'll find that they try to get someone to do exorcism on Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. And it's a very funny prasang, very beautiful as well. So, koi aake putana ko kehe bitala. And others say that they're just a demon, they're crazy. Koi aake admi nanak vechara. And others say that, you know what, Guru Nanak is just a normal person. Koi aake admi nanak vechara. And others say, poor Nanak, what's happened to Guru Nanak Dev Ji? But Guru Nanak Dev Ji tells us that yes, I am crazy. You can call me crazy, but I'm this type of crazy. And this is the other type of crazy person in this world. Baya Devana Sahaka. The one who's gone crazy for God, for Guruji. Nanak Baurana. They say, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, yes, I am crazy, but I'm crazy in love with God. Ho Harabina Avarna Jana. I know nobody else but Guruji. I don't know anything else. So yes, I am crazy. I'm crazy in love with Guru, and I don't care about anything else. Nothing else is true to me. Only Guruji is. So one example of that is a Sakhi of Bhai Lehna Ji and Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. That when Bhai Lehna Ji, who became the second Guru, served Guru Nanak Dev Ji for many, at that time for many days, and they were sent back home. And then when they came back again to serve Guru Nanak Dev Ji the second time, and now they were going to stay. So Bhai Lehna Ji came to meet Guru Nanak Dev Ji the first time, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji sent them home. When they sent them home, Bhai Lehna Ji couldn't stay there anymore. Even though they're very rich, they had very nice clothes, beautiful family, Bhai Lehna Ji had this kitch with Guru Sahib Ji. Charna Kamala Birahang. Like we said in yesterday's Katha as well. The one who was praying for Guru Sahib Ji Charan, then they say there's a kitch pendi asas, and there's a pull towards Guru Sahib Ji. So Bhai Lehna Ji says that I'm going to go back to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, but this time I will not go empty-handed. Whenever I go and see my Guru, I never come empty-handed. Now that doesn't mean, it depends on your own shraddha, your own faith. People take that as every time I come to the Guru card, I should give a coin, I should give a £1 coin, and that's your shraddha, that's fine. But other people would even go further and say, okay, that means that every time we go, give our head to the Guru. Give our head in Guru Sahib Ji Charan, but also give our time to the Guru. Do seva as well. Right? Sit there and do a part for Guru Sahib Ji. Do a chaupai sahib. Right? It means don't leave there empty. Take something with you, but give something in return as well. Let's give our love to Guru Sahib Ji and take that love from Guru Sahib Ji as well. So when Bhai Lehna Ji comes back this time, they bring a massive salt, a block of salt on their head, and they carry it from Sri Khadur Sahib to Sri Kartarpur Sahib, where Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji resides. When they reach this point now, where they've come to Guru Sahib Ji's home, Mata Salakhani Ji, the wife of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, sees Bhai Lehna Ji, and they've seen that they've walked this whole way, and she takes Bhai Lehna Ji, Mata Ji, and she takes them inside her home, and she says, why don't you rest? You look very tired. You've walked all this way because last time they came by horse, but this time Bhai Lehna Ji is going to walk, and when they are walking and they're so tired, Bhai Lehna Ji is sitting there, Sad Sangat Ji, but they can't sit still. The reason why they can't sit still is because they're thinking, where is Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pasha Ji? And they ask Mata Ji, the wife of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, and Mata Ji says that they're in the kheti, they're in the fields, they're doing kheti, they're doing farming with all the other Sangat. So Bhai Lehna Ji gets up straight away and they go running into the fields and they want to get involved in the seva. And the seva they've been given, Sad Sangat Ji, is to pull the weeds out. So you have the crops, but then you have the weeds, what they're trying to get rid of. But Bhai Lehna Ji is a very rich person. They work in a shop. They trade. They have no knowledge when it comes to farming. So what is Bhai Lehna Ji doing? They're not just taking out the weeds, they're taking out the crops. They're taking out both, and people are looking at Bhai Lehna Ji like, what's this person doing? They don't even know what they're doing. They're doing the opposite of what they should be doing. And at that time, Guru Nanak Dev Ji said to Bhai Lehna Ji, hey Lehna, you've not come here to pull things out. You've come to plant stuff. You've come to plant Sikhi in people's hearts. That's why you are here. And if you look at the Jivan of Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, the second Guru Bhai Lehna Ji, they taught so many people Gurumukhi. They formalized the Gurumukhi script. This Gurbani we read today, this Gurumukhi Akhar was formalized by our second Guru, and they taught everybody. Young children, women, the men, everyone was taught Gurbani. So Bhai Lehna Ji was told by Guru Nanak Dev Ji that leave this, pick up the hay, pick up the grass, and go and feed the animals, the pashuan, the animals that are there, the cattle. Now, by Lenaji, like I said before, they're very rich. So they didn't have normal clothes. They wore very nice chole, very nice kapade, very nice clothes. So Pai Lenaji is wearing a nice tip-top type of clothing at that time. And Pai Lenaji carries this massive haystack on their head, and it's covered in gilli mitti, which means wet mud that is leaking. So when Pai Lenaji is walking, all that mitti is pouring onto their body. And when they reach the place where they're going to feed the cattle, Mata Salakani ji is standing there. Guru Nanak ji has come. He says to her pati Parmeshwar, to Guru Nanak ji Maharaj ji, okay, look what you've done to Pai Lena ji. Look what you've done to their clothes. They're completely covered in mud. But Guru Nanak says that you see mud, but I see love. Ratta mera chola, sada rangatola. What does that mean? That somebody who is completely imbued in Guru Sahib Ji's love. That this chola, which can mean the physical clothing or the actual body, that person's soul, that person's heart is completely imbued in God's love. And they say Pai Lena Ji was completely imbued in Guru Nanak Ji's love. That whatever Guru Nanak Ji said, they did. Jo Guru kahe, soi palamano ho, har katha narali. That whatever my Guru tells me to do, I will do it. No matter how crazy it sounds to the world, even if my Guru says to me, come here, let me chop your head off. ठीक है? Vaisakhi is coming up very soon. Vaisakhi comes up in April time, around the 13th or 14th, depending on the year. And when Guru Gobind Singh Ji asked for a head, people said that Guru Gobind Singh Ji is crazy. But imagine how craziness they must have thought the people are who gave their heads when they came up and they saw the blood on the kirpan. Imagine how crazy they thought. These people are really crazy. But Maharaj says that there's two types of crazy people in this world. There's the ones that join to the world, that is false and that's going to go. But there are those people who join to Guru Sahib Ji and they're crazy in love with the Guru. So Maharaj Ji continues and says those ones who are completely intoxicated in this world, that at the end of their lives, what will happen to them? Maharaj Ji kende han ke sir laga jam danda ta pachotanya. That at the end of their lives, sir laga jam dand. That jam dand means Jamdu, the messenger of death, has his danda. And I'm sure most of us know how a danda is, right? A stick, right? Not good memories most of the times, right? Sir laga, and they smash it over our head. And then we have to wake up. So, we've said the word wake up a lot of times, this phrase many times in this Katha and the previous ones. We either wake up now, or when that stick comes and hits us over the head, then we're going to have to wake up. Ta pachatanya, and then the pachatanya here means to regret. That person will regret that they didn't do it before, that they did not listen. Bin pure Gurdeva, phire saitanya, that without that true Gurdev, without that true Vaiguruji, without that true one Vaiguruji inside our lives, phire saitanya, that person may travel around like a demon, or another arth to saitanya means with chanchalta, with a fickle mind. They keep on going from one place to the other, they're never pleased. And we meet many people like this who are never pleased and they keep going from one door to the other, to the other, to the other. But Guru Sahib Ji says to us that when we follow the Guru, what will be our avastha, what will be our spiritual state? Sagra dwar ko chhad ke, gahyo tohar dwar. That I've given up every other door. Sagra dwar ko chhad ke, gahyo tohar dwar. I've come to your door. Te Maharaji bahe gahe ki laj as, Gobind das tohar. That Maharaji, I'm your servant and keep me in your sharan and please hold my arm. Please take care of me. So Maharaji continues then in the next salok. Salok Raj Kapatang, Rupa Kapatang, Tana Kapatang, Kola Garabata hai. So just a quick recap, just in case it's a lot of information. Guru Sahib is telling us that we have to be wary of our actions, and those people who are crazy in love with this world, that at the end of it they're going to regret it, because this world that we look at, Jhootha samagri pek, it's all false. It's not going to go with us. So Maharaj is telling us more now in this next salok. They're giving us more upadesh on this stuff. It's breaking our bonds with this world. The ties, the bonds that we have, this attachment we have to this world, did the saravara there, because it's a very scary place. Maharaj is saying, join to Vaiguruji. Raj kapatang, Rupa kapatang. So Raj here means to have control, to have power. And that can be taken in many ways. Somebody could be a manager, they could be a boss, they could be a guardian or somebody, parent, and have that Raj. Rupa Kapatang. That person could have such a beautiful body, a beautiful form. They could have lots of beautiful stuff. Raj Kapatang, Rupa Kapatang, Tan Kapatang. Tan here means wealth. And then Kul means family. So what does Kapatang mean? Kapatang here means like fraud, falseness. That all this stuff we think it's true, but it's not. This Raj that we have is not true. It's actually stealing from us. Rupa Kapatang, Tan Kapatang, Kul Garabata hai. This is the key thing here. Why? The first thing is because we've forgotten the one in those things. Like we said before, if somebody has beauty, if somebody has power, it doesn't mean they're a bad person, they're going to go to hell. But these things are, when we get absorbed in these things, it's very easy for us to forget the one. So Maharaj is saying that especially that person, Garabata hai means pride. To be proud of these things. Or like, look what I've got. Right? Look at me. Look how great I am. Kul as well, it refers to Kul in this case as well. Kul here means our lineage. The one who has ego over their Raj, over their beauty, over their wealth, over their family. You hear, right? Like my chacha is this person, right? Right? I've got this brother, especially when he was at school, right? Like, I'll get my brother on you. If you know, remember those days in school, right? But Maharaj is saying to us that all these things are false. And one example of this is during the time of our fourth Guru, Chauthe Padshah Ji, Tan Tan Sri Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj Ji, who had 3 sons. Those 3 sons, the eldest of those 3 sons was Baba Priti Chand. Then there's Baba Mahadev Ji, ate Tan Tan Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. So the Bani here of Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji had 2 brothers. Baba Mahadev Ji was the middle brother, and Baba Priti Chand was the eldest of all the brothers, and Guru Arjan Dev Ji was the youngest. And what happened is that when it reached the end of Guru Ramdas Ji's life, their physical time on this earth, in their physical body, their Jivan, somebody came. It's a long story. We'll go through in probably one of the other kathas because I planned it in my notes. But if you want to listen to it in great detail, then Bhai Baljit Singh Ji has gone through the katha of Shabbat Hazare, and you can find it in the first video, or the second one, when they go through Mera Man Loche Guru Darshan Tai. But anyway, what happens is that Guru Arjan Dev Ji is sent to a wedding in Lahore. And after that wedding, they want to come back to see Guru Ramdas Ji, their father. But Baba Priti Chand Ji, who is their eldest brother, is stopping them from coming back. Whenever Guru Arjan Dev Ji sent a letter to their father, basically saying that I miss you so much and when can I come back, Baba Priti Chand would take that letter and keep it for himself. Why? Because he had Raj. He had a lot of power, a lot of control. He was controlling the Guru's home at that time. He was given that seva. Rupa Kapatang, he had lots of beautiful stuff. Rupa Kapatang, Tana Kapatang, he had a lot of money. Right? Kola Garabata had a lot of pride over his lineage because Baba Priti Chand is the eldest of the brothers, he thinks he's going to become the next Guru. But he wants to stop Guru Arjan Dev Ji from coming back because they know how saintly they are, how beautiful their qualities are, and they don't want to risk it. And people are saying that they will probably become the Guru. But the middle brother, Baba Mahadev Ji, they completely renounced the world. So he's not worried about him. There's no competition there, right? So when he keeps stopping Guru Sahib Ji from coming back, eventually Guru Sahib Ji does come back. And again, we'll cover that, or you can listen to that in full by Bhai Baljit Singh Ji in their katha of Shabbat Hazare. But the main point I want to focus on is that when Guru Arjan Dev Ji comes back and they're given the Guru Gaddi, they're given the Guruship by their father, Guru Ramdas Ji, Baba Priti Chand is so annoyed. And they're so angry that they start to speak back to their father. They're not only their father, but they are the Guru. How can we speak back to Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj Ji? And at that time, Guru Ramdas Ji says to Baba Priti Chand, their son, they say, Kahe Puta Chagrat Ho Sangbab. So Kahe Puta, Kaka Papa, Kahe Puta Chagrat Ho Chajja. Kahe Puta Chagrat Ho Sangbab. Sassa, Bab. That how can you fight with your father? Kahe Put Oma Putrata, Chagrat Ho is one word. Chagrat Ho Sangbab. How can you fight with your father? To do that, your Bab here means Pita. Jinake Janebe Dide Tumaho. The one who's given you life, who's given you food, it doesn't just mean father, he means anyone, our guardian, who took care of us, who taught us. Jinke jane bedire tum ho, tin syo chagrat pap. They say to fight with that person is a big sin. They're saying to their own son. And how does that link to this pankti here? They say in the next line, Jis tan ka tum kart gar baho. Jis tan, that money that you're so proud of, that you're so pleased of, tan, and here it's saying tan kapatang. That's all false, it's fraud. Because Jis tan ka tum kart gar baho means pride. Kul garbat hai. To have pride over all this stuff, our family, this wealth, our beauty, our raj, our power. Jis tan ka tum kart gar baho, so tan kis hai na aap. They say it's not even yours. It's not going to go with you. So it's not yours. You may think it's yours for now, but like they said earlier, Chutha samagri pekha sach kar janya, all this samagri, all this stuff that we see is false. It's not going to go with you. So Maharaj is saying that so tan kis hai na aap, kin mein chod jai bhikhyadas. That kin which in a split second, kin mein chod, you're gonna have to let go of that. They're saying to their own son, jai. It's gonna go bhikhyadas. Why? Because it's all poison anyway. To lage pachatap, and then you're going to regret it. So Guru Sahib Ji even gave this teaching to their own son, meaning that even our gurus faced challenges in their lives. Family members who were going against the Guru, who tried many things. They even tried to, Guru Arjan Dev Ji, many times their brother tried to kill them. They tried to kill their son. So even our gurus faced great challenges in their lives. But like we said in a few kathas before, Chit ave, os pad brahma, tan man sital hoy, that even though they tried to burn Guru Arjan Dev Ji many times, and in the end they did physically burn the Guru on a tatti tavi, in a boiling hot water in a cauldron, but their body and their mind, their heart, from inside, they were completely cool. They were sital. So Guru Maharaj Ji continues and they say, Sanchant bhikhya chalang chidrang nanak bin har sang na charate. Sanchant bhikhya. So what they're saying to us is, stop collecting all this poison. All this wealth is poison. Maharaj is saying, stop collecting that, collect God's name. Guru Gobind Singh Ji tells us in the Ramkali ki Rag, in Shabd Hazare Padshahi Dasvi, they say, Prani Parama Purk Pagalago, Sovat kaha Mohan Indra mein, Kabhu Sochit Have Jago. They say, Prani, oh human, Prani Parama Purk Pagalago. They're saying, why don't you join yourself to the feet of that Supreme Being? Param Purk means the Supreme Being Vaheguru. Pagalago. Pag means bed. Prani Param Purk Pagalago. Sovat kaha. Sovat kaha. They're saying, it's like a rhetorical question. Okay, Sovat kaha. Why are you sleeping for? Like we said, wake up. Sovat kaha moha nindra mein. Nindra hai means need. They said that you've fallen asleep in the attachment of this world. Sovat kaha moha nindra mein. Kabhu sochit have jago. They're saying, have you ever thought about waking up? So it's not just this katha that is saying it. Guru Gobind Singh says it every single day to those people who read their Bani, ke kabhu sochit have jago. Sochit means sochet hoke, to be conscious. Have you ever thought about waking up and realizing what you're doing with your life? Guru Gobind Singh is saying. Because what do we do? Aurna keh upadesat hai pasa. They say, hey you pashu. They say, hey you animal. Because we're acting like animals. Just like how our parents sometimes call us like a bandar or something, right? They give us names, they call us animals. They say, because you're not acting like a human. They say, Aurna keh upadesat hai pasa. Aurna means somebody else. Aurna keh to say, Aurna keh upadesat hai pasa. They say you give teachings to other people, but you don't follow them yourselves. Aurna keh upadesat hai pasa tohe par bodhna lago. But why don't you follow them yourselves? Like in Sri Sukhmani Sahib, avar upadeshe aap na kare, avat javat janame mare. Avar upadeshe, we give teachings to other people, but we don't follow them ourselves. Aap na kare, avat javat janame mare, that we'll have to keep coming and going all the time. Whatever we say, we have to live that. Otherwise, there's nothing in that, it's empty. So, aurna keho padesat hai pasa, tohi par bodhana lago, Sinchit kaha pare bhikhya kehe. They're saying to us, Sinchit kaha, Sinchit means here to collect. Sinchat kaha pare bikhin kahe, to collect bik. All you seem to do is collect poison. Sinchat kaha pare bikhin kahe, kabhu bikhe rasatyago. Again, another very I see is sarcastic, right? Kabhu bikhe rasatyago. Have you ever thought about putting this poison to one? Maharaji is saying to us. Have you ever thought to yourself, actually, maybe I don't need this poison. Let's put it to one side. Maharaji saying, have we ever thought about that? Wake up. Guru Sahib is saying to us. So Maharaji here is saying to us that all this sanchanta bikya, chalang chidrang, all this bik that we're compiling, all this wealth that we're putting together in our lives, chalang chidrang, it's all false. It's all an illusion. It's all just going to take us away from Vaiguruji. Nanaka bin har sang na chalate. They say without Vaiguruji, sang na chalate, everything else that we do sangat of will not go with us. Only God will go with us. Just like how Guru Sahib says to us in Siri Sukhmani Sahib, in the 18th Salok, is Saath na chale bin bhajna. They say to us, hey Guru Sahib Ji, ke saath na chale bin bhajna, bhikhya sagli chhad. Look, Gurbani speaks to us about the same topic many times. Saath na chale, saath means your company with you. Saath na chale. Bin bhajna, only God's name will go with you. Everything else will not go with you. What were they talking about? Bhikhya sagli chhad. Everything else except from God's name is poison, and it's going to become ash anyway. It's going to become mitti. It's going to become dirt. So what should we do? Har har nama kamavana. Har har God's name. Keep saying God's name. Har har nama kamavana. Earn God's name. Nanaka ehotanasar. This is the true wealth. This is the true essence, Guru Sahib is saying. Har har nama kamavana. Then they start the Ashtapadi. Sant jana mila karo vichar. So what is that saying? That hey Santo, hey Sad Sangaji, come together and do vichar on Vaiguruji. Sant jano mila karo vichar. Right? Ek naam. They said that one name, make that your adar, make that your support. Like we said before, Sacha naam mera adaro. God's name is my support. So Maharaji continues and they say, Pe khandaro ki pull, tumma dissam sohana. So Guru Sahib Ji here is saying to us in this pankti, Pe khandaro, to see, ki pull, that everything that we see is not real. It's not what we think it is. Tumma dissam sohana. So tumma here means kurabujja. If you know what kurabujja is, it's like a melon, watermelon. But this type of tumma, if you were to type it in a Mahan Kosh, in a dictionary, Punjabi dictionary, you will find that this type of melon is very bitter. It's very bitter. So it looks very sweet. You know, sometimes you look at some types of food and we think that must be very tasty and sweet, but when you have it, it's very bitter. Maharaji is saying that what we're seeing in this world may look very sweet, meetha, but when we taste it, we realize it's very bitter. Dissam means to see, sohana means beautiful. It looks very nice. The melon looks very juicy and tasty, but when we eat it, it's very bitter. So what is the example here of Bhagat Faridji, whose Bani is in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaji? One day, these Pandits came to Bhagat Faridji and they said that we're going to go on a yatra. We're going to go on a spiritual journey to many places and seek the blessings seek the blessings of our gods. And then also, we're going to bathe in all these places at the tirths. So Bhagat Faridji says, that's great. But before you go, do me a favor, take this vegetable with you. Now that vegetable is called a karela. Right? Now if anyone's ever had a karela before, karele, the sabji, I love it. Right? But a lot of people don't like karele, right? Because they say it's very bitter. So what happens, and it is very bitter, the vegetable. So Bhagat Faridji says, take this karela with you, this one karela, this vegetable, and go and just take it to all these places that you're going to go. And when you bathe, take it and wash that karela as well, okay? Wash this bitter vegetable as well. So when they do this, they go to all the places, they spend how many months traveling, and they come back with this one vegetable, and they give it to Bhagat Faridji. Maaf Kaji Bhagat Kabirji. The Bhagat Ji says, do this, cook it now. Cook it and then let's have it, let's eat it, right? So after they cook that karela and they start to eat it and they're digging in and they put it inside their mouth. It tastes so horrible. It tastes bitter. And they go, this tastes horrible. And they say to Bhagat Kabirji, why do we do this for? And they go, look, you may go to all these places and you may bathe on the outside. But if inside we're still bitter, what was the point? Just like the Kerala, you can wash as many times as you want on the outside, but on the inside it's still bitter. Meaning that we can't just physically wash ourselves on the outside. Obviously, we should clean ourselves. Suchamta is very important, right? Cleanliness. But it means that we have to clean ourselves on the inside as well. Antaragata tiratha malanao. The inside we have to bathe ourselves in God's name. That is the key thing. So Guru Sahib is saying here that this world may look very sweet, like that Kerala may look very tasty. It's tasty to me anyway. But when you have it, it's very bitter. So Maharaj is saying that understand this with the world. फिर महाराज जी कहते हैं आडना ले हंदरो मुल्ला नानक साधना जुल्लई maya. So ad here refers to a kaudi. Kaudi means a shell. But here they're saying addi kaudi. So what does that mean? A kaudi, a shell, it was a type of currency. But it was worth nothing. Right? It's that kind of the idea, right? That if you were to sell shells, right, you don't get much for it. But they're saying not even a shell, half a shell. They say, Adana lahandaro mulla, mulla means price, lahandaro means to take with you. They say that you can't even take half a shell with you when you leave this world. We can't even take so in England, taking 1p, we can't even take a penny with us, Guru Sahib is saying. Satna jullai maya, jullai is kaske, and so is mulla. Jullai maya, they're saying that Sat means with us. We can't even take that much with us. This illusion, we can't even take half a shell. And that's nothing. It's not worth anything. Guru Sahib is saying to us, we can't even take that with us. So what are we trying to collect? Sinchita kaha pare bikhinake. Why are we trying to collect this poison? Because it's not going to go with us. So Satsang Ji in this last pauri, by Sache Pasha Ji Maharaj Ji continues this vichar. The Maharaj Ji kehinde han pauri, Chalde naal na challe, so kyo sanjiye. So Chalde naal na challe means, look, it's not going to go with you. So kyo sanjiye. So why are you collecting it all for? Maharaj Ji is saying to us. So in that same pauri from Shabda Zade Pasha Dasvi, they say to us after they talk about the vichar we've already done, they say Kevala karma param se chino tarama karam anarago sangrahe karo sada simranako parama pav tajapago. They're saying if you're going to collect something, sangrahe karo sada simranako. They say collect simran, collect God's name, collect naam. Sangrahe karo sada simranako parama pav tajapago, and get rid of all that pap. Jate duk pap ne pete Kal jate tago. They say that one who does this, they will not gain any duk or pap. Jate duk pap ne pete, to gain. Jate duk pap ne pete, kal jate tago. And that noose of death will be taken away from us. Jo sukh chaho sada sabanako. If you want true sukh, Maharaj is saying, Jo sukh chaho sada sabanako, to har ke rasa pago. They say then join to Guru Sahib's feet. Charana Kamala Birahang, like we said yesterday. We have to join to Guru's feet, and that is Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji. Join to Guru Sahib Ji's Bani, Satgur ki Bani, Sat Kara Janho Guru Sikh Ho. Maharaj Ji kehte han that this Bani is the complete truth. Again and again they're saying join to Guru Bani, join to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Every single great Guru Sikh or saint that we've met in this world that we hear about, they're all joining us back to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji. So what is the point of even speaking negative about that person? How can we speak negative about that person who is joining us back to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj? We should be falling in their feet. We should be learning from them, following in their path as well. Maharaj Ji is saying to us here, that none of that stuff will go with us. So what are we trying to collect it for? Fir Maharaj Ji kehte han ke tis ka kaho kya jatan jis te vanji hai. Tis ka, that thing we're trying to work for, kaho kya jatan. Jatan means yatan, effort. Why are we making an effort to collect that thing? Jiste vanjiye. Vanjiye means ante de vich. At the end of our lives, we have to let go of it. Why are we trying so hard to obtain something that will not go with us? just crazy, right? Like we said, there's two types of crazy people in this world. That thing that's not going to go with us, what are we trying to collect that for? Satana chale bena pajna bikya sagli char, it's all poison. So Guru Sahib is saying, why are you spending so much time trying to obtain that if it's not going to go with us? Guru Sahib is saying this to all of us. Then Maharaji says, Hare bisariye kyo tere patave. The one who forgets Vaiguruji, kyo tere patave. How is that person ever going to be tiripat? How is that person's thirst ever going to be quenched? It cannot be quenched. Na mana ranjiya. And they said that person's mind is never happy. That person is never happy, Guru Granth Sahib is saying to us. They're never truly happy. They may have the sukh of this world, the happiness of this world, but that sukh is nothing. And that sukh, we know ourselves, will be like this. Up and down, all the time. That is our life. If you ever look in Guru Bani and you see this thing called the fourth state, you may read it like, what is Guru Sahib talking about? You may see the three qualities. And you think, what is the three qualities? The three qualities are Rajo, Tamo, Satogun. These different qualities that we are stuck in Tregun, we are stuck in these three states all the time. I don't want to go into too much detail, but these three states take us from up and take us from a high space to a low space all the time. But the Guru is saying to us, Satguruji is saying to us, reach that stage in your life, that state where you are at the fourth state, Chautapad, where we are in complete stillness. Our thoughts are complete stillness as well. We're not thinking about this world. We're not in that supana manoratha that Maharaji talked about before, Brithe Sabakaje. Where we're in Nam Rang, Sarvasukha Hoy. We're in that Nam Rang, we're completely imbued in Nam, and there's a true Sukh there. There's a true peace there. The peace, the happiness of Nam that cannot be explained. So Guru Sahib is saying, okay, obtain this in our lives and don't make this effort to obtain this false stuff. And Hare bisariye kyo tere patave, Nam naranjiye. Maharaji says, and this is a beautiful pankti hai, just like all of Maharaji's pankti are. Pankti means line, by the way. Prabhu chod an lage narka samanjiye. They say, Prabhu chod, the one who lets go of God, an lage, and joins to anything else, narka samanjiye, know that that is hell. If you want to know what hell is, people say, oh, well, hell is not real, hell is real. At the end of the day, it does not even matter whether hell is real or not. Because, of course, you're not aiming for hell. Heaven or hell, heaven as well. We're not aiming to go to heaven. Our aim is to become one with Guru Sahib's feet. And where is Guru Sahib's feet? They're right here, and that is Sachkhand itself. So let's not get caught up in this whole vichar about heaven or hell anyway, because Guru Sahib says the one who forgets God and joins to the world, that is hell itself. That is so clear in itself to us, and that's what we should be focusing on the present moment, that right now, if we are joined to those things that are not God, and those people around us have joined to things, but it's not joined to Vaiguruji's feet, then that is hell. Guru Sahib is saying, that is complete hell. It doesn't mean you go to him saying you're going to hell. It doesn't mean that. It means you do ardas ke Maharaji do their pala as well. If we are following Vaiguruji, if we've got that Sikh in our life, if we're doing Simran, if we feel like we've put in the right path and doing these right things that we hear in Katha, in Kirtan from Guru Bani, then what should we be doing? Saying thank you. When people say that I am proud to be a Sikh, like Bhai Sahib will always say, oh, we're proud of this and proud of that. Straight away it makes me like cringe. Right? That could be my own vichar, but we're not proud. We're so thankful. Big difference. We are so thankful to have Guru Sahib Ji Sikhi. And all we should be saying to Guru Sahib Ji, Maharaji, you've blessed me with your Sikhi, but this is my benti ke he Sache Pashi Maharaj, dolanate rakho Prabhu, Nanak de kar hath, don't let me fall. Because right now I have your Sikhi, Guru Sahib Ji, but one day I may fall. But my ardas to you, my humble plea to you, Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaji, is dolanate. Dolan means to waver, to fall. And anyone can fall. Anyone can fall. The only one who cannot fall is Vaiguru themselves and the one who's become Vaiguru. Pullan andar sabko apul Guru kartar. Only the Guru and Vaiguruji, they can never make a mistake and they can never fall. They're the ones that carry us across. And those the ones that become one with them do the same thing. Manne, tare, tare, Gur Sikh. Those ones who've accepted God's will, who've become one with God's will, they say that they tare Guru Sikh. They've crossed themselves and many people are crossed because of that person. Aisa naam niranjan hoye. Because of this naam, because of Gurbani, that person becomes niranjan. They become without any illusion in their life. Jeko man jane man koe. But only the one who understands this, only the one who accepts this, is the one who understands this in their life. Jeko man jane, the one who accepts this, man koe, their mind accepts that. The one who accepts these teachings, their mind becomes imbued in that and they're able to understand what Guru Maharaji is saying to us. So Sahib Singh Ji, again we've come to last pankti now. Maharaji is saying to us here that person, Prabhu chhod an lage, narak samanje, know that person is living a life of hell. But what is our final ardas? Ke he Guru Maharaji, ho kripal dayal. Ke he Vaiguruji, Vaiguruji is Dayalu and Kripalu. They're so compassionate and they're filled with so many blessings. They are the khajana. They are the treasure box of compassion. Anhad Bani Punji, Santan Hath Rakhi Kunji. They say that Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaji is Anhad Bani Kunji. Guru Granth Sahib Ji is a treasure box of Naam. But where is the key? Where is the key to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj? Santana Hath Rakhi Kunji. They say in the hands of the saints is the key. Meaning in the hands of Sadh Sangat, being in Sadh Sangat is the key to understanding, unlocking and becoming one with Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji. So Maharaj Ji kende han, benti roop de vich ke ho kripal dayal, Nanak pao panjiye. Ke Maharaj Ji take away this fear of life and death. Take away this fear of not following your Sikhi. The Sahib Singh Ji, sometimes you have to be given fear in our lives, and that fear will push us to break the other fears that we are scared to do. What do I mean by that? Sometimes you get a fear of death, or we see people dying around us, and that fear takes away the fear of following Sikhi. We may say, I can't wake up in the morning, I can't change my life. But sometimes our Guru gives us fear in the world, worldly fear, and that fear is such a blessing. Satguru sabna na pala manaida, tisda bura kyo hoye. Why would Guru Sahib want bad for us? They never want bad for us. That fear that we get is a blessing, because that fear will take away the fear from giving our head to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. That fear will tell us that fear will then take away the fear of having to stay awake and do part. To wake up Amrit Villa in the early mornings and say God's name, to keep our case, or whatever the challenge is, to rise up above all the hate that we see around us, to be positive. Guru Sahib Ji gives us a worldly fear, but that fear is transformed and takes away all the other fear that we have in our life that is stopping us from meeting Vaiguruji. That is the blessings, and that's why we do Chaupai Sahib. This is my last vichar, then I do Samapti. Okay, Chaupai Sahib, the prayer that we read every single morning and every evening, minimum twice a day. In Chaupai Sahib in the morning and Rehra Sahib in the evening. There's so many blessings in Sri Chaupai Sahib, and it tells us what we should be asking for. Ke hamari karo haath re racha. Ke Vaiguruji, protect me with your own hands. Puran hoye chit ki ichha. That Maharaji, I have this desire now, this true desire. Finally, I've understood what I should be asking for. What should I be asking for, Guru Sahib Ji? Tava charan mana rehe hamara. That Maharaji, allow me to be in your charan. Just give me a place in your charan, give me a place in your feet. I don't need nothing else. Nothing else, just Maharaji, aap ji kirpa karo. Aap ji de charna mel lo, Sache Pashi, mel lo. Join me to your feet, Guru Sahib Ji. I don't need anything else. Main hor thao nahi, jis pehe karo benanti, mera dukh sukh tuj hi paase, ke hey Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji, hey Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji, hey Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, hey Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, Aad Puran, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, Mad Puran, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, Ant Puran, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji, Parameshwar hey Vaiguru Ji, Maharaj Ji, keep me in your charan. Main hor thao nahi, I have nowhere else to go. Jis pehe karo benanti, where I can offer my humble plea. Mera dukh sukh tuj hi paase. I give all my dukh, all my sukh to you. It's all yours. Nothing is mine. Hum tan diyo hai tar. This whole body is yours. Ab hum chali thakur pehe har. Jab hum saran prabhu ki aaye. Rak prabhu pave mar. Ke Marji, now I'm in your sharan. You do whatever you want with me. If I'm meant to die, I'm meant to die. If I'm meant to live, I'm meant to live. At least I've got your charan. I have nothing to worry about. So we come to the end of this Katha. Many mistakes we made in this Katha, so please forgive me. when it comes to the recitation or charan of Gurbani, the vichar that has been given, the course that has been done. Many mistakes have been made on my behalf, so please forgive me. Anything that sounds nice or great, or like Vaar, that is all Guru Sahib's blessings, or what I've learned from the great elders that I've been blessed to do Sangat of, the great Guru Sikhs that I've been blessed to do Sangat of and to learn so much from. So thank you to all the Sangat for supporting us, and please forgive all the mistakes we made again. And again, Aapji Satsang Ji, you are Bakshanhar, you're the ones that can forgive us. So please forgive us for all the mistakes that we've made, Satsang Ji. And what we'll do now is that we'll read the last two Panktiyah. Fir assi Samapti karunge, we'll do Samapti after this. So Maharaji says in last two Panktiyah, do Samapti, Prabhu chod an lage, narak samanjiye, ho kripal dayal, nanak pao panjiye. Vahe Guru Ji ka Khalsa, Vahe Guru Ji ki Fateh.